Love the Eagles as much as we do? Then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. Tristan Wirfs says yes to the Eagles, and with that, the entire balance of power in the NFC might have just shifted. The former Buccaneers offensive tackle, a three-time Pro Bowler and one of the most dominant linemen in the NFL, is now headed to Philadelphia. This is not just another free agency move, it's a statement. The Eagles, already stacked with talent across both sides of the ball, have now added a franchise-caliber left tackle who is only entering his prime. For a team that prides itself on physicality in the trenches and building from the inside out, this move reinforces their identity and sends a clear message to the rest of the league. The Eagles are not just trying to stay competitive. They're pushing all their chips in. It's a bold move, one that comes with expectations, pressure, and skying potential. And it changes everything for Jalen Hurts and company. The fit couldn't be more perfect. Wirfs has long been considered one of the most technically sound and athletically gifted linemen in football. His footwork, power, and awareness have made him a nightmare for edge rushers ever since he stepped into the league as a rookie with Tampa Bay. Now, he walks into an Eagles locker room that has long celebrated elite offensive line play, from the days of Jason Peters to the current dominance of Lane Johnson. With Johnson ahead and question marks around the long-term outlook at both tackle spots, Wirfs instantly solidifies the left side for the foreseeable future. He brings not only durability and consistency but a championship pedigree and veteran leadership that aligns perfectly with the culture Nick Sirianni has built in Philadelphia. The Eagles didn't just add a player, they added a PR. And for a team with championship aspirations, that makes all the difference. What's particularly intriguing about this move is what it signals about the Eagles' timeline. After an up-and-down 2024 campaign that saw Philly flash brilliance but also revealed some troubling inconsistencies, particularly in the trenches and pass protection, the front office clearly decided that standing still wasn't an option. Bringing in Wirfs is more than just plugging a hole. It's a commitment to making the most out of Jalen Hurts, prime, ensuring he's not only protected but given every opportunity to flourish. With the NFC wide open, and teams like the 49th and Lions maintaining strong rosters, this kind of bold, preemptive strike could be the X factor that tilts the conference in Philly's favor. The Eagles are betting that building from the line out, with elite talent like Wirfs, is the surest path to sustained success. And frankly, it's hard to argue with that logic. From Wirfs' perspective, the decision also makes a lot of sense. After spending the early part of his career in Tampa Bay, where he won a Super Bowl alongside Tom Brady, and now joins another perennial contender with a passionate fan base and a front office known for going all in. The opportunity to play with a dynamic quarterback like Jalen Hurts, being one of the most innovative offensive schemes in football, had to be enticing. Add to that the chance to work with legendary offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland, who has developed multiple All-Pros during his tenure, and you have an ideal environment for any offensive lineman. Wirfs isn't just chasing money here, it's chasing legacy. And in Philadelphia, with the lights brightest and the expectations highest, he get every chance to cement himself as one of the defining players of this generation at his position. The financial aspect of the deal is equally hardly grabbing. According to early reports, the Eagles secured Wirfs on a long-term contract that places him among the highest paid defensive tackles in the NFL. But this isn't just about paying a premium, it's about lacking in elite talent at a premium position before the market resets again. With the salary cap expected to rise in the coming years and a wave of young tackles set to demand massive contracts, Philly's front office acted swiftly and decisively. And given their track record of smart cap management and well-structured deals, there is every reason to believe they will once again strike the right balance between aggression and sustainability. It's a move that not only secures the present but also safeguards the future. And that's what makes this signing so impactful. It's not a short-term splash, it's a long-term anchor. There is also a cultural element at play here that can't be ignored. Tristan Wirfs is known league-wide not just for his play, but for his work ethic, his professionalism, and the respect the commands in the locker room. In a city like Philadelphia, where toughness, grit, and authenticity are valued above all else, Wirfs is a perfect fit. He doesn't need the spotlight, he just dominates. And that quiet, relentless excellence is exactly what resonates with Eagles fans. With veterans like Jason Kelce having recently retired, there was a leadership vacuum on the offensive line. Wirfs, though still young, is exactly the kind of player who can step into that void, leading by example and raising the standard for everyone around him. His arrival doesn't just boost the on-field product, it elevates the entire locker room culture in a way few signings can. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The ripple effects of this move extend well beyond the offensive line. For Jalen Hurts, this is a game changer. After taking far too many hits last season and showing signs of wear as the year progressed, the addition of a wall like Wirfs on his blind side is monumental. It allows the Eagles to get more creative in their protections, open up the playbook, and most importantly, give Hurts more time to operate. In a league where milliseconds make the difference between a sack and a 40-yard bomb, having a tackle who can shut down the opposing team's best pass rusher on a weekly basis is invaluable. It also impacts the run game. Wirfs is a mauler in the ground game, capable of creating massive lanes and climbing to the second level with ease. In short, is the kind of player who makes everyone around him better, and in Philly, that's a terrifying thought for opposing defenses. Let's not forget the domino effect this creates within the NFC. With Wirfs leaving Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers suddenly have a gaping hole on their offensive line, and that's bad news for a team still trying to figure out its identity post-Brady. Meanwhile, in Philadelphia, this move raises the floor and the ceiling simultaneously. The Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders will now have to deal with an even stronger Eagles front, and that could reshape the dynamics of the NFC East entirely. This isn't just a smart acquisition, it's a power play. One that not only strengthens the Eagles internally but weakens a conference rival. These are the kinds of moves that championship teams make. Not reactive. Proactive. Bold. And very, very calculated. In a sport defined by inches and moments, Philadelphia just gave themselves a serious edge. Of course, no move comes without questions. Will Wirfs transition smoothly to playing in Philadelphia system? Can he stay healthy over the long grind of the NFL season? How will the rest of the offensive line gel with a new anchor on the left side? These are all fair concerns, but the answers lie in the foundation the Eagles have already built. With a strong coaching staff, elite player development, and a clear offensive identity, the infrastructure is in place for Wirfs to thrive. This isn't a desperate team taking a swing in the dark. This is a team with a plan, and Wirfs is a central piece of that puzzle. His skill set, mindset, and experience align perfectly with the Eagles' vision. And if everything clicks the way it should, this move could go down as one of the defining moments of the off-season, not just for the Eagles, but for the entire NFL. In the end, it all comes down to this: the Eagles saw an opportunity to get better, and they took it. In a league that punishes hesitation and rewards decisiveness, Philadelphia once again showed why they're one of the most respected organizations in football. Tristan Wirfs is more than just a great player, is a tone setter, a culture driver, and a difference maker. And now, he wears midnight green. For Eagles fans, this is a moment to celebrate. For the rest of the NFL, it's a moment to worry. Because when Philadelphia makes moves like this, history tells us they're not just thinking about January, they're thinking about February. They're thinking about trophies. And with Wirfs on board, they might be closer to hoisting another one than anyone realizes. Buckle up, Philly. The road to the Super Bowl just got a whole lot more real. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.